doing, we're also on 216thenet.com. My podcast is also on my Facebook, Lana's Enchanted Sky, and on my YouTube, Lana's Enchanted Sky. So here we go. Go ahead. I've got my producer here, and we're at my house, but we'll be live next week for the next several weeks in live. So there we go. Okay.
We're live on social media, and we're going to go live on the radio here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Welcome to Metaphysical Meanderings with Master Psychic Lana Duncan Hartgraves. Lana's been a practicing psychic for 25 years and has gifts of clairaudience, clairvoyance, and clairsentience. She's an empath, a medium, as well as a pet communicator, and she's a health advisor. This week, we discuss avoiding negative energy. And of course, you see this beautiful new website right there on screen. That is Lana's page on the brand new 216 The Net page. So if you go there, www.216thenet, click shows, and go right to Metaphysical Meanderings. Now, here's the cool thing. You can do this and watch. When you click on www.enchantedSky.com, it's going to take you right to Lana's webpage where, hey, she's got a merchandise. You can buy merch now for the show, which is absolutely, I'm just going to tell you, awesome.
It's really good quality. You know, it's like I said, it's a little expensive to me a little bit, but my God, everything's gone up in price, but the quality's good. Seriously, I'm picky. So, and it's all 100% cotton and all that stuff. So anyway, sweatshirts and I've got my sweatshirt on the way. They're making it with my son on there. So good morning, Ken. I haven't seen you forever. What's up?
I am well. Thank you. I get goosebumps talking to you. I missed you. It's wonderful being back.
I know, you know what? It's just like we kept missing each other. And then, like I said, I had my tonsils out. And I want to thank everybody who prayed for me, because I had more contact with my followers than some of my good friends. I've had friends that are supposedly my friends that have not even contacted me since my tonsils were out. And that people don't realize it can be a long thing. That can, I still have it. Like I went in the doctor yesterday. I still have scabs down in this part of my throat because he also redid my soft palate. So he reshaped it. So he's like, I want to make sure you get enough oxygen. This doctor was fantastic. I mean, I'm just impressed because I don't trust doctors. Right. I don't know if I ever told any of you guys my little bit of personal story and my trauma. My mother went blind when I was a little girl because of a doctor's error. And I do not trust doctors because of that. And remember, like we always say, trauma brings on psychic ability. I was just a kid, but then she suddenly died too. So that brought on all the psychic ability. And if you will understand once you've been in the spot I am, where all of a sudden you get up one day and you're like, you have ability and it's turned up. So with that, all right. I also want to mention, now that I'm back, I'm going to be in the studio for the next few weeks, building up my business again.
That's right. We're going to bring it back. Yeah. But look at this already. Ida from the Netherlands. Good morning. Earl from Springfield, Mass. Good morning. Hi. Deanna, Dawn, Eddie, Mary, Nate.
You have no idea how many people have missed me because they hit me up on my personal messages. Where have you been? Are you okay? And I'm like, I'm fine. It's just, remember, there was a couple of weeks we couldn't coordinate anything. Nothing would coordinate. Okay. So anyway, I'm feeling so much better. I had sleep apnea, you guys, and I got my tonsils pulled. They were the biggest he had ever seen in like 25 years. And he
Wow.
said to me, see if you breathe, if you sleep better. I'm like a different person. I am. I have more energy. I started jogging again. I went to play tennis. I always get winded. I'm not anymore. I wasn't getting enough oxygen. And like it was so bad my tonsils were touching in the back of my throat. That's how bad this. So yeah.
Well,
So
I tell
hi
you what,
guys. Glad to see
and
everybody.
just want to let everybody know that if you're new to the show, hang in there. We're going to cover some things on how to avoid negative energy, and then
Yep,
the last 15 minutes of this show, you can ask Lana a question,
yep,
and she can
question.
give you a quick read. Now, keep in mind, we
Yep,
want to be as particular as possible. We have hundreds of thousands of listeners and
yep.
energy coming through the internet
Last
radio,
time,
and we
last
have
time
hundreds of people here on social media.
we were approaching 1 million. So it
Yeah.
was real close to last time Pete had looked at it. So with that said, please join my Patreon if you have not. My Patreon is I have a select group of people. And it's if you go to patreon.com and hit Lana's Enchanted Sky, you can pick a $15 a month or a 25. And if you do, you're ending up getting free readings. I will be giving for my $15, you'll be getting 3 readings throughout the year, 15-minute. If you are my 25, you're going to get 2 30-minute free. I mean, if you think about it, you really are coming out on top because you're also getting from me a question and answer just from my Patreons. So I got less than, like I got hundreds of thousands of people watching. Well, what happens if there's just 100 or less? You're all asking me questions and I'm online just with you. So
Yep.
think about it. Join my Patreon with me. I give you guys lots of perks. I do. You can ask any of the people that are up here that are on my Patreon now and ask them because they'll pop in here. I just saw one pop in and said hi. So I also am offering like master classes that they can just subscribe to for like $5. So I'm trying to keep it to a point where I'm being fair. So with that said, I'm going to get into negative energy because I had something happen to me that I have never. Hi, Stephanie. Stephanie's one of my Patreon people. Hi, Steph. I get to know them, by the way, like personally, because we talk so much, like they become part of my chart or something, because I start knowing them really well. So with that said, I'm going to talk a little bit about negative energy because I'm telling you, I had something happen to me the last year or two. I have blocked it, and the energy shift of things happening in my life is better. Now, I don't believe in casting spells. I don't believe any of that crap can work. But I do believe that somebody can wish you bad, okay? And that they can help shift negative energy at you. Does that make sense, Kent?
Well, yeah. What's the difference between that and casting a spell?
Well, a spell is an intent where these people aren't like actually intending openly to do it. It's more maybe a mental thing. Let me tell you, I'm going to tell you about this. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah. Tell me about negative energy. Yeah, I know. I have a person who has been blocked, who has been on my podcast, guys, and he was not verbally like wishing me bad, but he got some of my followers and he's teaching them classes and he told them not to ever listen to me again.
Oh,
And it really bothered me because why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? Because it's control. And I kind of in my own space, like if you guys are not sure how to, yeah, it's like they manifest bad things to you. Thank you. That had somebody just say that to me. Stephanie did. Anyway, so I'm not having anything bad happening to me. Everything's been going pretty good, but I am a little stuck. I've been a little stuck because I'm in the process of retiring and blah, blah, blah. And I was just talking to Ken about it. It's a long story. Anyway, but I'm in the process. But I would like it to go faster and can't figure out what's wrong. Well, one of my friends, okay, let me back up. First of all, I blocked this person from my life. I, put my wall up. Now, if you guys are having somebody that you know that's really negative, you can mentally just put up like a little mental shield. Some people imagine them as mirrors. and then the energy goes back to them. You can do that. I imagine myself in a blue green, because blue green's is my favorite color and it's healing. Myself in a pyramid where you can't touch me. I do it every day. Do this and it does work. Okay, try it. Okay. And if you do it after a couple of days, you just normally have it. I also pray to angels to watch me, keep things positive for me, blah, blah, blah. But listen, I have a lot of psychic friends, and you guys know that most of my friends are psychic. Matter of fact, Ken, I'm thinking of having some people on Halloween over here for a bonfire at my farm. And last time I did that, and I just invited word of mouth, I had about 35 people show up. So anyway, I thought I would tell you that. Anyway, so she's a very good friend, and she's been on my podcast, and we've gotten very close. And I'm not saying everybody's bad on, that if, I want to help everybody. I wish nothing bad on anybody. As a human, you can get jealous, and sometimes we all do. I know I've been of people, and I try really hard not to be. I try to be happy for them. There's enough room in the spotlight for everybody, right? But this person was watching me, sending me bad energy through another person. Now, listen to how they did this. I am not kidding. This person is he does this. He's done it for a living. His whole life. So he knew, I don't even realize if he knew, but my friend knew. My friend said, well, who's this guy? Because, and she said, I think he might be like looking at what you're doing and wishing you bad stuff through a crystal ball or scrying. Now, scrying, you guys, it's a bowl of water. Okay. But there's something. And I didn't think anything of it. I thought, you're crazy. You're crazy, right? No. She described this person to a T, and said, he's watching through me. And she goes, but I blocked him now. Okay. Do you understand, you guys, that people will try to go through other means to get to you? Okay. Once I'm aware that I've completely blocked everybody and cleared my energy and cleared everything around me, everybody that's around me in my inner circle. I have an inner circle. Okay, you guys, all you guys can be a part of my inner circle, but also I've got maybe 5 to 7 very good friends that are doing what I'm doing. And we all talk, we all get I always call it the psychic support group. So because we all do this professionally, and yeah, it takes its toll on you because we're helping so many people all the time. Anyway, yeah, it is. And I'm aware of it now. And once I became aware I thought it was just me, and it's an energy block. And this person very well may have been creating an energy block for me because he didn't want me successful. I didn't realize, why are you jealous? I have you on my podcast. What's up with that? Do you know what I'm saying? Anyway, once I was aware of it, and once she was aware of it, and she changed, and we all lift our vibrations and thought good thoughts. And we did some other things. I'm going to go over that and how you guys can control that. Things are going forward for me. Like I said, I have a marketer now that may be helping me with sponsorship. So with that said, okay. So anyway, but I'm going to go through this and things that can help you protect. Yes, some people are just nuts. Isn't it crazy?
Yeah.
People, why not be happy for people? I don't get it.
Yeah. Ida says, I had a dream, and in my dream, I was talking to a psychic. I asked her why everything I want in life is stuck and blocked. She told me in my dream, you have no idea what quote unquote they did to you. She goes on to say, I think I have lots of jealous eyes after me. Is that why?
Well, I'm going to tell you, yeah, I think people are jealous. See, it's a negative emotion. Even if they aren't, I don't believe that you can cast a spell or any of that. I do want to tell you though, I've had some of my psychic friends say some people have tried to cast spells on me. Then when we did some checking, I found out it was true. They tried to, but it's not working. I am able to protect myself. But people do stuff like this. That, in any type of negative energies like that. And they're jealous and stuff like that. And so do I believe in the ability for them to work? No, because they only work if you believe they'll work. Right? If
Right.
I believe that when somebody told me that and we backed it up and I went right to the person and said, "Did you try to do that to me?" They admitted it. So the energy was negative and it was there, but it couldn't
Yeah.
get to me. So now that I'm aware, okay, so I'm going to teach you guys on what you can do to help with the negative energy. Okay. So
Awesome.
first of all, start wearing some crystals because I have a crystal and is this one of them? No, I do have a crystal that was completely clear. And you always, if you ever in doubt, start with a clear crystal, guys. And I am telling you, I have one. I don't have it on me. I was wearing it. I'm leaving right from here to go read at a store, by the way. I remember you guys I read at stores. Anyway, I had one on and it was completely clear, completely crystal clear. It's now it's got a small crack in it and it's completely cloudy.
And what
Those absorb energy.
yeah,
Good,
what would you, if you feel that you have this, what crystal works best, or is it different
clear,
per
a
person?
clear quartz. A clear
Just
quartz is I use clear quartz. Now, a lot of people believe also that amethyst absorbs negative energy and it helps a lot. And so you will see me wearing sometimes an amethyst also. Now, since I am reading today, I probably will have about 14 people I'm reading for.
yeah.
And I will wear crystals. I also will take a nice rose quartz and I'll put it in front of me so that if anybody comes in with negative energy, I'm not being targeted. So
Oh,
they're coming in with their anger, they're coming in with their issues. And do you see how it's not directly geared at me, but it's there.
yeah.
So either way, but wearing a crystal quartz really, really helps. And people, I know that some people are like, well, I have a background in science. Okay. So people are like, oh, this is all a bunch of crazy hooey. But
Oh,
think about it. If a radio has a crystal quartz transistor in it and it can conduct electricity, why wouldn't this work? You know what I'm saying? It's totally true. So, all right. Oh, I've had that. Who just said that? They
yeah, Dawn,
said that their crystal turned clear.
yeah, Dawn,
Yes.
the amethyst
And
turned clear.
you are right. I know what happens to me. Citrine will turn clear. I
Oh,
actually will show you. I had a bracelet that was citrine, and I think it might have been amethyst. No, it was rose quartz. It's now clear.
mm,
You guys think, and just by wearing it, because I have so much energy around me. Now, you guys know that I'm still teaching. I'm teaching 650 kids a week. And I have a huge crystal rose quartz in the middle of my desk. The kids know why it's there. And I
mm.
swear to you that when I am not there, the kids are horrible. And if I've taken the rock with me. Now, if I leave it and I'm gone, or if I leave it and I come back, it's fine. It's really weird. I want you to try it for 1 week, you guys. 1 week of wearing a clear crystal is a good one. You can also amethyst, rose quartz, smoky quartz. There's a lot of them that help with negative energy. You can also go to a black one, a black stone. I wear shungite. That is this one. It is 96% pure carbon. See, look I've got my rose quartz. Got my rose quartz on, or excuse me, not my rose quartz, my smoky quartz. Okay, so I'm all wearing them, all of them. Just to let you know. So try that for a week. See what happens. I'm
All right.
telling you, it's good for correcting energy.
And
Okay.
just a quick commercial here for everybody out there listening. You're listening to Metaphysical Meanderings here at 216 The Net. If you want to know more information about what she does, check out www.enchantedskye, SKYE. If you're watching, you see her website right up there on screen. You can go there. You can give her a call. You can set up an appointment with her and ask questions, get a reading. She's got now, as you'll see at the top, a new merchandise, which is awesome. You can get some swag. Really, really cool. Check that out. And remember, as we're going along, in about a half hour, we'll open up the lines to questions.
Yeah,
I see some
yeah.
questions coming in. Hang on to those for about another half hour.
Hang on to them. Oh, thank you, Stephanie. Stephanie on TikTok says she's awesome, y'all.
Yeah, it is.
Thank you. I'm embarrassed because you guys, I had so many people that checked on me while I was out. I just had rows and rows of messages. Are you okay? How's everything going? I felt so loved, and it gives me goosebumps because See, I'm here to help you guys. And I know that if I've ever told you the story, Kent, that I had a vision about several years ago where I was talking to a large group of people, like, and I'm looking, and there were a lot, like a couple thousand, like a lot of people, kind of like I am right now, but I'm on the other side, and I'm talking to them, and I'm telling them what I'm coming back here to do. And they're all clapping, and somebody, and I don't know who this is, I think it may be my twin flame, I don't know, somebody was standing next to me, and he said, "This is going to be harder than you think." That's what he said. It was something like that. And then I woke up, and it was like, and it was so real. And when they're real like that, they're real. And so I always said, that's what I've come to do. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. So with that said, all right. So what, blocking negative energy. Okay.
Here's a great
Um,
Divine Sacred Activations says, I naturally find gemstones everywhere. I'm a psychologist. Researching is my life, and you are so right. I love the way you verbally expressed it so beautifully.
oh, thank you. Thank
Thank you
you.
for all you do, Lana. Black tourmaline and smoky
Tourmaline
quartz
is
is
good.
my
Yes.
go-to for protection.
Yes. For me, black tourmaline is one I wear, but it just seems to me that for me personally, shungite's one of my personal stones. But I do have a couple of rocks that are a couple of rings that are shungite and tourmaline. So tourmaline's kind of soft. It always ends up breaking on me. But anyway, well, so is shungite. Anyway, so on TikTok, somebody said that they've got a thing for rose quartz, and their 6-year-old grandson, it gravitates to it. By the way, you guys, the whole generation knows stones. Ask them. They understand the power of these different types of stones. I'm telling you, ask them. They know. And it's not that it's like they intuitively know, because the whole generation coming in is so much more spiritual.
That's
So,
all.
okay. So back to blocking negative energy, you guys. So what I did with this person was I mentally also blocked them. And sometimes you can pick up stuff, like you can feel it too. Like my friend was feeling something, and she's like, okay, I'm feeling, and it has nothing to do with you. And I mean, how do you know? Right. She's like, I don't know, but I feel it. Does that make sense, you guys? Use your intuitive ability. Somebody might be like, maybe somebody like an ex is watching you, wishing you bad through one of your friends. Do you see my point? Make sure that your friends around you and the people you're close with are also cleansing themselves
And
and keeping things away.
it's a whole different feeling. It's a whole different energy than
Yes,
depression or
it
anxiety,
is. It
right?
is. Yeah, you know what? That's a good question. I want to say that it's very similar a little bit to anxiety sometimes.
Okay.
Um, and almost like a depression. No, I can feel energy. So it's hard for
Right.
me to explain that. Good question. Um, I feel like it in the pit of my stomach. That's where my soul is. That's where our
Right.
souls are. I can feel it. And I think, you know how you just feel that quivering, like nervousness in the pit of your stomach? That's it. There's
Okay.
something wrong. You don't know what.
Yeah.
Go
Something's out of
cleanse.
balance.
Now, one other, like blocking, another good way, and it has to do with ions too. And I think that by taking some type of salt bath, because salt has ions, it's cleansing. I know after like today I read, I'm going to have probably about 14 people. That's on the average what I do on a weekend, on a Saturday. Now, Sunday, no offense, you guys, I didn't take any appointments on Sunday because I need rest. But Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So I've only got this week like 12 appointments, and already 3 are booked. So you guys want to book them? I can do 15-minute, I do 30-minute, and then
2
an hour.
hours.
Yeah. No, I just was telling Kent, I had a woman that I read online also. She did a 2-hour read with me. And I was like, okay. I was okay. It's okay. I can keep my energy going. I'm used to my record in one day is 17 readings, because so many people want to see me, and they come from far away to see me at these stores I go to. But anyway, so blocking energy, good. Take a salt bath. And I've talked about this a million times about going outside, laying on the ground, because it absorbs It absorbs negative energy because the earth does and releases serotonin in your brain. And go hug a tree. Do something like that. Do something for yourself and concentrate. Another way for blocking is ask angels. You do have angels. You do understand you can invoke the archangels any point. Now, I feel there's 4, but there's in some religions there's 7. But I invoke my personal angel and I invoke my archangels, and everybody has their own personal Michael, their own personal Raphael. So just that you understand. And of recent, I've been doing a lot of meditation and I'm hearing them. For the first time, I've never heard that. So, all right. Oh, okay. The person that was just talking to me on TikTok, who just was saying about their rose quartz, says, "Oh my God, my grandson who's 6, he also loves to hug the tree I have in my backyard." You know what, dear? You must have a psychic. He must have intuitive ability. You don't really know that until they're nearly 30. They'll start knowing they have ability in their 20s. Sorry. Okay,
And
that should have gone off. I'm having trouble online. I'm going to have to like cancel something out and they reload something. Anyway, he says it runs in his family. She says it runs in her family. So, yep, that makes sense. And it does. This is a talent that can run in families, just like drawing or painting.
yeah.
But I still feel like everybody's got some type of intuitive gift. So
You got
sorry.
people setting up appointments. That's wonderful.
That's it. People trying to make appointments, you guys. So yes, it is. So yeah, I told you once I get on here and they see I'm good, I'm back. So anyway, all right. So your intent, part of what's going on with some of this, like I said, like when people are wishing you bad, is their intent. What is their intent? Their intent is to. Yeah, it's kind of funny. There's people calling. Yes, they're making appointments. So, anyway, the intent is everything. I've talked about this, about the I am principle, right? You guys, the I am. I is intent. A is align. M is manifest. So you see, somebody just said they're manifesting negativity towards you. You got this. You're like an expert. Like, yeah, you're an expert yourself. Somebody that just said that online to me. Okay. Oh, thank you. Somebody said I'm amazing. Oh, you guys make me like
she is.
I am blush. Anyway, I got a cat up here. Hold on. See, I got one of my kittens.
Look at that.
This one, her name's Pearl. Anyway, come on, kitty. I had to get a new cat. Remember my coyote? My cat got almost eaten by a coyote. Yeah. Okay. So back to this is your intent. If your intent is to do bad to somebody, you think that can't get through to somebody? Of course it can. But don't you realize when is this person, what we did with this person is we boxed them up. Okay. This is how you do it. If you got somebody in your life that's really like trying to make you miserable, box them up. That means mentally do some meditation and imagine all of the energy going back to him and get going around him in a box. You box him up to it so it comes back to him. When is this person going to realize, come on, this person is a major player in this metaphysical world. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah. And I don't understand that. Maybe he's not aware he's doing it, but I think he is aware he's doing it. And I think so. And I do want to say that my friend mentally talked to the person. I say I'm being careful who I'm saying because I don't want to do anything bad about anybody.
The source of
exactly. That's above him. That's all I'm going to say. That helped train him. She actually got in touch with them and they were not happy that he's using his gifts in a bad way. I almost want to say he doesn't realize that he's just so jealous that why are you jealous? I'm like, I don't get it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know my podcast is doing pretty good, but I'm not like some movie star or something. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah. Anyway, so with that said, all right. I've got a lot of comments also on TikTok. Okay. So I'm on yes, I am talking about a person. There is somebody that I can't go into detail, but they have been trying to send me negative energy once again. Like if you just joined me through somebody else. I don't even realize if they knew, but they were watching me. Now, see, I blocked them from watching me directly because I mentally put up a block. I blocked them on my social media. I did everything I could to do all of that, but they were watching me through one of my friends. And what I mean by watching is not physically on social media. I'm talking psychically by scrying or a crystal ball. And yes, you can do that. And I was the biggest skeptic, Kent, forever about this. But there's no way that my friend could have not gotten that right. When she
Right.
described who was watching me, wishing me bad things to a T, described him to a T. And I was like, wow. And she goes, that had to be it. And as soon as I said the name, she was like, oh, that is it. That is it. And I'm like, yep, I told you. So with that said, I mean, I don't wish anybody anything bad, but I will tell you that they're going to get their karma.
Yes,
I mean,
right.
whatever you do comes back to you 3
Period.
times, which is interesting. My mother was a very religious woman. Like we went to church 3 times a week. I mean, Bible thumping evangelical Christian. Okay. And she would say to me, she was much more metaphysically like inclined because she did what I did do. Okay. She predicted my daughter to the pound and the inch. So she was doing the same thing I'm doing. I've inherited this. There's Jewish in the family. Anyway, and anybody that says, well, what does that mean? Jewish people have a tendency to be psychic. There's a lot of maybe because they're chosen people, but if you have Jewish in your bloodline, which up to 76% of all Americans have Jewish in their bloodline. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah. People don't know that. Yeah. Matter of fact, just a piece of information because I love trivia, that a lot of people in the world believe that the promised land for the Jewish people is the United States.
Oh, well.
Just think about that. Deep, huh? Anyway,
what a promise.
Yeah. Well, the way it's going now, exactly. But anyway, but it's like the promised land and people believe that. So just at that. Anyway, so back to intent. Intent is everything. I'm aware when hi, Stephanie. I'm really aware when I can get jealous. I'm aware it's a normal human being emotion. And I try really hard to say, step back and go, oh, that's not good for anybody. And and I'll be honest, I can get cranky. I'm I'm a type of are you guys hangry? I get hangry sometimes. Do you, Kent?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And I get really cranky. And I have to once I've eaten something, I look back and go, oh, I'm so sorry. I talked to somebody that way. I talked to somebody that way yesterday. I had driven 6 hours. It's a long story. I had to go somewhere yesterday. And then I was at somewhere and they said something to me and I just bit their head off. And I'm hoping that they won't realize that wasn't me really talking. Anyway, I'm not perfect. And I also have a temper. So I think you've seen my temper once or twice, haven't you, Kent? So,
yes, ma'am.
with me and being a Sagittarius, remember fire signs, we all have tempers. That's the Leo, the Aries, Sag. I would say the worst temper is probably the Aries, but Aries, that's what they're here to master. They're here to master their temper and control it. So if you've ever met an Aries that doesn't have a temper, they've mastered what they came to master. So because you have to remember, Aries has Mars as their ruler, and that's the god of war. So they just are hot and fiery in everything they do. Where Leo, no offense, I love my Leos because Leos and Sagittarius get along. They can be passive aggressive. They do it in a different way. Yeah. And Sagittarius just go blah, 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 and then they're done. That's kind of what I do. Never meet another Sag, you'll understand what that is, what that means. So you get really mad and then you're just done. I'm done. Let's move on. Oh, yeah. Okay. So back to intent, because this is metaphysical meanderings. I'm meandering. So anyway, my intent is everything. If they are intending to wish you bad, Nikki says, Sagittarius, simmer, 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 explode. You are absolutely right. I do explode. And I'm a brooder. I'm brood. But then it's done. Yeah. Okay. So with that said, what about Cancer? Oh, okay. You're Aries, and I got people on my TikTok. What about Cancer? Cancers people are so emotional. They don't want anybody to know how emotional they are. So they pretend they're trying to hide it. And they're very secretive people. They have a tendency to keep secrets. They don't tell you everything a lot of times. Am I correct? Possibly, Kent?
That could be right on the nose there. Yeah.
Yes, cancer, you guys. Cancer. Everybody in my life is cancer. And
Cancer Leo. I'm on that cusp. I'm a Cancer Leo
yes,
cusp.
yes. There's a reason that there's cancers in my life because I am a Capricorn rising and I'm very grounded. So people are very drawn to me. And I've said this many times on some of my other podcasts. Like my husband's a Cancer, my grandpa's was a Cancer, my dad was a Cancer, my nephew's a Cancer, my best friend's a Cancer, my husband's best friend's a Cancer, my producer is a Cancer. I mean, everybody's a Cancer. It's just weird, but I know why. I always wondered, as a Sag sun, I really shouldn't be attracted. Cancer and I should not get along. But see, I'm a cusp Cancer. I am a Sagittarius Capricorn cusp and a Capricorn rising. So that's why. So back to intent. Intent is everything. Yeah. Hey, you know this is metaphysical meanderings. You know that.
Right. That's right.
That's why we called it that, right?
Exactly.
Hey, I'm giving you guys information though. Okay. Thank goodness my Taurus part overrides my hot temper. Oh yeah, you know what? Aries. Yep. She's an Aries Taurus cusp. And I'm a cusper and I read for cusps. So if you guys aren't on my YouTube, I'm just now posting the monthly November cusp readings. So visit that. Okay. I'll be taking questions in a minute. Do you know the spiritual meaning of being diagnosed with vertigo? Yes, I do. What it means is you're going through a spiritual awakening. That's what that means. That's a very common symptom of that. Okay. It didn't say much. That's a spiritual awakening. And you know what? Nicole on TikTok, if Nicole were to go into and hit spiritual awakening and Google it, that's one of the symptoms. Okay. Just thought I'd tell you that because we're all doing that right now because of the age of Aquarius. So anyway, so you can get rid of negative intent any way you want and you can block it. You just have to be aware of it. Okay. Like I said, you start to feel it. It's like like I said, again, it's in the pit of your stomach. And it's like, you're like, something's not right there. I don't know what that is, but something's not right. Usually that's telling you something. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So, all right. Oh, okay. So here I'm reading people. Zoe says, she's a Cancer. She goes, I don't keep secrets, but I'm very emotional and I cry for everyone. My heart breaks for everybody. And you know what? That's a Cancer because you're a water sign. Water signs are very emotional and yeah. Okay. So like I said, you can block these. You can block this negative energies. Use your crystals, do your blocking, like your rituals. Like I mentally say, you know what, I'm done. And then I physically block too. Like I went through all my social media, everything. Okay. So I did that. And that I do notice, and I do see a difference. Once we were able to realize what was going on and how people were sending me negative energy. Okay. So with that said, letting you know, all right. And then making sure the intent, if the intent isn't feel right, it isn't. You guys know what I'm talking about. I know you do. Can't you do understand, right? You can feel off somebody when they're jealous or they're out to get you. I mean, every once in a while, I'm going to be honest, because I'm a Sag and because I can't read that well for myself. Okay. Because you really can't, you really shouldn't. You let somebody else read for you. Anyway, you can feel it. And once you, like I said, I sometimes miss it completely and I'm shocked. I've got a couple of friends. Oh, thanks. Oh, Panta. I think that's how you say it. It's the best cusp reader on YouTube. Thank you. Because I get it. Cause I'm a cusp. Because we're both, and we're neither at the same time. We're our own little entity. And if you're not a cusper, it's okay. My cusp readings still work for you. Remember that. Because it might say like Aries, Taurus, cusp. That means that it's really an Aries reading with Taurus energy. Okay. So just remember that. Okay. But that intent, once you just know something's wrong and like I said, sometimes you're completely like floored. Like I said, I was floored until my friend said, I'm aware what's going on now. So go figure, right? So hi, Melissa. Oh, thank you. I just got a comment. Everybody's finding that I'm authentic and amazing. Thank you. And by the way, Kent, didn't I predict that right? Didn't you say that Pete's gonna be taking over my show?
You did predict that. You did predict that. We don't know yet.
Oh, okay. Because I
Yeah.
asked him on my last prediction.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, I did a predictions,
There's a
and I
couple
said,
things.
I know
Yeah. There's a couple things that have to fall in place, and he was shocked because we had talked about it in a station meeting, and then when you brought it up, he goes, "Did you tell her about that?" I go, "I didn't say anything." I said, "She's
I'm
a
a
master."
I'm a master psychic. What do you want? But
Right.
yeah. Well, I do want to tell you that one of my predictions already has come true. I predicted something about the United States being affected or being something about a volcano. And remember those volcanoes have been affecting the United States. I think they were in the Canary Islands, but they're directly affecting the United States.
Yep.
And I said that on my last podcast 2 weeks ago. You have to remember, it's not me talking. I'm just repeating what I'm told. So, and I know there's huge shifts in the earth. And it's not just global warming. There's other things going on. And I want to say it's something to do with the spin of the earth even. So, okay. All right. Mary Jane says, good morning, Cap Aqua Cusp. Hope all have an awesome day. Thank you. And yes, my daughter is a cusp. I got one of my kids is a cusp too. She's a aqua. She's the 19th of January. And there's so many people that are reading, by the way, that are 19th of January that they like want to make their own club. I was laughing at them because I'm like, because then there's a lot. There's like maybe like 20 people or something that are following me. And it's just weird because that's my daughter's birthday. And I don't know, it's just weird. Anyway, so I guess it's about that time. What do you think, Kent?
Yes. Oh, we've got a ton of questions have been coming in.
I know. I see them coming in.
Which is fantastic.
Okay. All right. I got a couple questions here. Hold on. What would you do if you had someone in your life that every time you speak to them, you feel drained? Oh, you know what? I did not cover that. Thank you so much. That was something I was going to mention. It was not a part. Also, by the way, now I have someone doing my blog page or my transcripts. And I have a very good friend who's doing them. So now you'll start seeing them on my blog page. So you guys can look at them back on there too. It just, it takes a village, man. This has gotten like, in 1 year, Kent, and you saw me go from what was it? Well, less than 6 weeks. I went from 4,500 followers to 45,000 to 450,000. So this went really fast and I'm having a hard time keeping up, which is good though, I guess, right? So I'm blessed. Yes. Yes, people drain your energy. That is another thing you can train yourself to throw their energy back at you. There are people that like psychic vampires. I don't know how else to explain that. And yes, there are.
Into a room, yeah.
I know that when I'm going to read today, and the reason I like you wear a crystal, they help. I always have when I do my readings, crystals around me. Okay, a lot of crystals around me, and when I do that, it helps a lot because all that negative energy goes into the crystals. But I've been drained by people who've come in and sat down, and everybody in the building was drained. And I'm like, wow, they can feel, if you really think about it, you'll think of people in your life that do that to you. Yeah. Especially if you're really super, like I'm super high energy. I'm high energy all the time. I'm always like this. I'm like an Energizer bunny. I just am. And there's people who have low vibrations. There's people who have high vibrations. People with the low vibrations want to lift their vibrations, so they suck you dry. So once you're aware of it, you can turn yourself down so they can't. So do you know what I'm saying? You mentally calm yourself down and get in a place where it's very calm and very collected, and they can't get to you. That's all you have to do to keep that from happening. So let me say it one more time. If you go into like a kind of a meditation and like I just did. You saw me calm my energy down, right? You saw me calm myself down. Now nobody can suck me dry because I don't have all my energy out. I drew it back in. So concentrate on drawing it back into you, and they can't get to you that way.
Yep.
Okay. All right. It looks to me that I guess I'm taking some questions now. You get one question. Okay. Now it has to be kind of, because I have so many people watching. It has to be kind of precise. It can't just be, how's my life? Or how's my love life? You know, you have to ask me one question
What's
and say,
in my
"Well,
future?
am I
Yeah.
going to meet a new person?" It's like more concise. Okay. So go
Yeah.
ahead.
So, like, Simply Be asks, Lana, I'm going through a divorce. How will I make out and where will I end up? Anyone in my future? Thank you.
There's a person in your future, and yes, you're going out east somewhere. I think you're going to completely walk away. I don't know where you are now, but feel like it's somewhere out towards the East Coast. So if you aren't already there, you're still going to move, and you're going to be closer to the ocean or something.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Nice. I know
I've
you
got
got
something
some
on
thoughts,
here.
yeah.
Hold on, because I got. Remember,
Yeah.
will your book be a success? Yes, but you're going to have to get out there and market it. Okay, that was off of TikTok. Go ahead now, Kent.
Noella says, Hi, Lana. Just wanted to know if I'm ever going to find me a permanent place to live. Where do you see me in this new job going to work out? Is it going to work out for me?
Okay, Nuella, you are going to be able to move in. You're going to be moving in with somebody. I want to say it's kind of like a roommate or something. There's somebody that you're cohabiting with. It's not male, so it's not like love interest at least. And eventually, this job is going to. I feel like this next new job isn't the job you're going to end up with. There could be another one, but it's even better. So go with it. Okay. All right.
Right.
Is your husband cheating on you? I want to say that this person's on the internet. That's what
Mm,
I'm saying. That's cheating to you, yes. Is he physically with the person he's talking with? I don't think so. But if you feel that's cheating, it's cheating. Do you see my point? Okay.
yeah.
Um, will you be
Ben,
pregnant before this year is open? No, but you will be pregnant. You will have a baby next year, towards the
wow,
end. So I think you might get
congratulations.
pregnant maybe February, March. Keep trying. It's there. It's a little boy. Okay.
Panta says, Hi, Lana. I'm planning for my driving license and
Okay.
nursing exams and a business abroad all in October. Do you have any idea how these will go?
My driver's license, nursing exams, and a business abroad. Okay. The business abroad isn't going to happen in October. It's happening more in like November to December. It got backed up. Driver's license is fine, and the nursing exams are going to go okay. Make sure you review some stuff that you don't have down yet, because they're going to ask you questions they didn't tell you on the exam or something. There's something like that where you don't be surprised. Be proactive and make sure you've covered all your bases, because I feel like there's going to be stuff on there you didn't think you studied for. So I'm able to warn you. So make sure you do. Okay. All
Beautiful.
right. Let me go back to TikTok. I got so many
Yeah.
flying through here right now. Well, I go to school in Korea for my bachelor's in February to March, right? Yes. Yes. That's all I can say. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, Ken.
Rose, who does not live in the United States, has a pretty good question here. My boyfriend is going through asylum procedures. He was denied asylum. Please tell me whether he'll be granted asylum status if he tries again. If yes, how long will it take? Thanks a lot.
Okay. All right, Rose, I don't want to tell you bad news, but it's going to take like a year and a half. It's going to be a while again. I feel like the government soon is just going to start. Like, I know that they just released a whole bunch of people into the country, right? I knew they did that. They're going to do that again in about 6 to 9 months, up to a year. And then he'll be able to get processed. Okay. All
There you
right.
go. That is.
Oh, I passed my financial exams and nursing exams. I'm really stressed. Yeah, Emma, you will. No offense, by the skin of your teeth, you will pass.
There you go.
Study.
I
You'll
bet
be
you
all right.
pass. Congratulations. Earl says, I'm planning to travel overseas to Southeast Asia in December to meet my girlfriend. Do you see the possibility of marriage late next year?
Um, I don't want to, I'm not a negative person, but I want you to be careful. It's not what it seems over there. I want you to be careful, Earl. I don't want to say she's taking advantage, but it's not what you think. And I am supposed to tell you that. That's what they said. Okay. It's not what you're thinking. You're going to be surprised that it's, just when you get there. Okay. And I do see you going though. Okay.
Nice.
All right. Is my husband speaking to other women? Oh, yes. Samaya? Yes, he is. I hate to, I think you already knew though. Okay.
Yeah. There you go. Ida says, Lana, thank you in advance. Here's my question. When will we have a successful pregnancy? Will it ever happen? How many kids do you see for us? We are going to start medication in November. Will it help?
2, yes. You're going to have a pregnancy, yes.
Yay.
I want to say they're 2 boys. They're 2 boys, I think. Because they look like they have shorter hair, lighter colored. Ida, do you have light hair? Because these boys have blonde hair. One is a little bit darker brown hair. One is much lighter hair. And they look very similar. Maybe they're twins. They could be. They could be. I see 2. So, okay. And by the way, Ida, you can check. Now, you guys, that if you're on my TikTok, my video went viral with millions of hits. Count, you go right here and you count between here and here. It's pretty accurate. And if you have more than 4 kids, it gets really complicated because there's like these little lines. But if you go right here and count, and I don't know if you can see 3 because there's 3. I got 3 kids. There's a lot of accuracy to that. I don't care what anybody says. Well, it's not accurate. Well, let me look at your hand, because sometimes you almost got to be an expert to do it, because sometimes they're like little webs and stuff. Yeah. And I've been doing it for a while because I learned that from a woman who does palmistry, and it's accurate.
That is cool.
Okay.
Earth Spirit says, good morning and thank you. I have a question. Should I keep writing fiction or stay with spiritual themed topics?
Well, why don't you combine them?
Ooh.
Why don't you do a fictional spiritual themed topic? That's an easy fix, but you know what? You actually would be really good at it because you're pretty creative. Yes. Yep. Go to the next step, because I think I'm right. Uh-huh. And I feel like you are a very good writer. I'm a published author too, and I know when someone and it has a way with words, and I think you do. Okay. Yeah. Now, here I have somebody on here. It is Nico. No, it's Nicole. Should I stick with my new business? You need to take something. You need to change something in your business. You need to either broaden it or change slight focus, and you'll have much more success. Okay.
That's right. Okay. Here's what I need your attention to. I've had a guy knock on my door pretending to be a pizza delivery 2 different times. Is he real or pretending so he can break in? This is from Kathy.
Yeah, he's trying to break in, honey. I want you to go today, and I want you to go get video cameras. He's casing the whole neighborhood. I would never, something's up with that guy. And you know what? Even if he is delivering pizza, he's got a record or something. He is not on the up and up. I don't like his energy at all. Okay. All right.
Okay. No. Nikki says, should I be worried about my mom? She's telling me alarming things about her current boyfriend. She does have a tendency to make up stories, so I'm torn.
She doesn't make up stories. She embellishes, right? She embellishes. So I would say most of it's true, though. Okay. So I'd tell you that one. I've got Zoe who says, is death around me? And what do you need? That's too general of a question. And I want you to tell you that in terms of me, in the terms of what I do, I don't see death. Death is just a transition. So it's, and by the way, I don't know if I have next week I will be talking about, in 2 weeks, talking about animal spirits. Next week, I'm going to be talking about the ability to contact people who are alive in spirit that have Alzheimer's. I had a really interesting experience with somebody recently. I'll have to tell you guys about. It was really cool. Because I can talk to people who have Alzheimer's, are in comas, and have autism, because they're nonverbal, but they can step out of their bodies because they're highly developed. You have to be a highly developed person to be able to be that way. Do you know what I'm saying? And they have the ability to step in and out of their bodies and talk. Yeah. So, okay.
Princess says, hi, Lana. Do you think I'll be okay in my new job? I am to transfer when I return from disability. Will the department be a better fit for me?
I don't know if you're gonna be there that long. I feel like you'll be moving on. There's then something else. And by the way, there is somebody I want you to be very careful of. They are going to cause you, they're backbiters and they talk, and I don't like it. And I want you to be aware, though it doesn't happen. Be careful of who I'm talking about. It's a woman with brown hair. It's kind of short. Okay.
Watch out for her.
Yep. Oh, okay. So Zoe says you had 4 family members pass in 6 months. Zoe, make an appointment because I'm a medium. Some people come through immediately after death within minutes, and I've had it happen. Then other people take 6 weeks or longer. I know if their death has been traumatic, it takes longer for them to come through. And like if they didn't know they were going to die, and it's like a trauma, and I'm told by other people what they do on the other side is because this is such a negative, Earth is so negative, that they cocoon them to get help and get them in a soft healing place so that their soul isn't carrying all that negative energy anymore. And I know when my father died of cancer, I did not hear from him. It must have been almost 3 months. And he died a painful death. And I knew it was him and he wasn't making it up because my daughter and I had the exact same dream on the same night of him. So then I knew he was okay, and he was okay now. And it took 3 months. Some people it does. If it's a very traumatic, it's just going to take more time to get rid of the negativity. Okay.
Mary Jane Weed says, my doctor has been told she's terminal. I'm here caring for her. Is there anything else she needs from me?
Yes, she's terminal. I'm not going to say any more than that because I'm seeing it's coming quickly. And she knows she's ready. This was her route she took. Everybody, by the way, you all have 5 exit points. You have 5. And this was her like 3rd, and she decided that was it. And I do want to say at the end, making sure she has her pain meds. Okay. All right. And it's not going to be that much longer. And she knows it. You can ask. We all know. Like, I know my mother, the day before she died of her heart attack, she told my aunt the way she wanted her funeral. Just was mentioning it. She goes, if when I die, and she died the next morning. People, we know when our time is up because we planned it. So, okay. All right. Is someone coming in your love life? I think it says, I am mama. Okay. Yes, but not until next year. And it's like, it's a fairly serious relationship. I think you'll find them on the internet. Okay. All right. Or you're just talking to them on the internet. So, okay. All right.
All right. Emma says, I have worked a second job for over 10 years, but I'm being forced to give it up due to change in management. Do you see me being okay financially without it?
You know what? You've got another side hustle, darling, coming up here that's making money, and you're not working as hard. And yes, you will be fine. But there's another side hustle you're doing. And I think you know what I'm talking about, even just thinking about it. Okay. And yes, you'll be fine. All right. All right. Alex wants to know anything important about that my guides want me to know right now. Feeling stuck lately. You're playing it too safe. You need to quit playing it so safe and take a risk because you will be successful. Yeah. That's what they told me. Okay.
Isaac says, what should I expect when I visit Dwayne next week?
What should I expect when you visit Dwayne next week? It's going to go better than you thought. Isaac. Hi, Isaac. Isaac's one of my Patreons. It's going to go better than you thought, Isaac. And Isaac, he has a free reading coming to me tomorrow. So he'll be getting his free reading. So, okay. All right.
Nate says, all I've ever wanted was to have a family. I've been dating the same person for 2 years now. Do you think I'll start a family and be happily ever after with this person?
I'm not sure. I would have to see what the person looks like. If the hair is fairly short and it's brown, yes. Otherwise, I do feel like you've got stuff. Yeah. You've got stuff you have to work on. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. It might not be the person you're with. That's my point. If I'm describing them, yes. Otherwise, I think there might be a new person too. Okay.
Right.
All right. Your sister just passed. My way I do my readings, I'm going to tell you something. I'm a medium and I do not, as far as mediumship is concerned, I do not miss because that's who's with you. And if I can't connect, there's always somebody else I'm connecting with. But a lot of times I very seldomly missed. And I can't really remember any time where I've not at least connected with somebody that's connected to you. That's an ancestor or relative. Okay. All right. Brian,
Annette says, "Hi, Lana. I have an interview on Tuesday. Will I get the position?"
yes, you'll offered. I don't know if there's as much money as you want, Annette. I don't know. Maybe it's the possibility of making more. Is it commission? Because I'm like, I don't know. It's just something about the money. Okay. All right. I'm almost, let's see. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. Well, I meet the right person soon. Esther, how long does that mean? Because I'm like, I want to say, for some reason, and now remember, it's going to be a 6 here, you guys. A 6 represents home and family. It's all about you. So this next year, it's all the stuff that changes that you made this year, because it's a 5 number numerology wise, and the karma that you created when it was a 4 year is now coming to fruition in about yourself. It's coming to you. It's coming to you. So there's a lot of homes, a lot of people getting married, a lot of people in a good steady relationship. It's coming this next year. Okay?
There you go. We're going to squeeze 2 more in. Yesenia says, "I'm a Taurus. May 1st. Will my financial stability and career improve?"
But not till spring next year.
All right.
Okay.
And then I've got this one here as well. Our good friend Mary Sutherland. Hey, Mary.
Mary.
So sorry to hear about this. My husband died in July. Is he still with
I'm so
spirit?
sorry.
Does he have a message?
Yes, you know what? I believe that's who I see right now. Nicely neat cut hair, brown, thick, parted on the side. I think like when he got it to the end that his hair wasn't like that, but when he looks good, he did, and he was kind of athletic because he looks like in good shape. So I'm letting you know that's how they appear. They appear like they're 30 to me again. So I just know there's a person around you like that, Mary. Okay. And he does say he loves you. I think that's who it is. Okay. Sometimes wore glasses, but when he was younger, he didn't need them. It's something like that. Okay.
Of course, that puts us right up on the hour. And I know you've got a busy day.
Yes, I do. I got to get out of here. I got to go read. So, yeah. Thanks, guys.
On the screen, you're going to see Lana's website. www.enchantedSky.com. Go there, give her a call, book a reading. She'll answer those questions for you. Everybody stay blessed, and remember, do what you can to avoid those negative energies. We'll be back next week.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Bye. Yes, we will be live. I'll be in the studio.